What is up, everybody? How are we doing, folks? I don't know if you want to maybe also get gloves or something too.
Well, you can sanitize every time you use it.
Well, they'd have to. We have to make sure of that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course, 100%.
My gosh, man. Twice. Alright, so we got some breaks that are chugging along nicely. What's up, sir? How you doing? We should probably put the bag underneath the front somewhere.
I don't have a spot in the front. Put it in the back room.
Where the keychains were?
Right.
Just put them where the keychains are. You don't have to have the bag.
You got a laptop?
Like those. Just put underneath.
Where those? What are you talking
That
about?
bag.
The laptop bag?
You can put it underneath where the keychains were. Or the holders, whatever they
Oh,
call
that's
them.
not big enough. Yeah, you can't fit that in there. 100%. Man, this one over here.
Put it, yeah, so put it in there then. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, Monster is posted. Obviously, Saturday Mix is up there. Stature's down to 6. Series 1 breaks, or sorry, Series 2 breaks are all up there. We got a whole variety of stuff. I do got one box to start off right away. For a gentleman, I gotta go grab it. Optic basketball. That should be fun.
Did you buy it all or not? Oh, you did?
All right. Brooks, what's up? Is it Jonas? Jonas? So I can say it properly. But no, I don't have any of my stuff up there personally. I do not. I keep all that stuff. Both are fine. Perfect. I just want to make sure I say it correctly.
Computer's super slow.
Well, it probably has been turned on in like 2 years.
It takes 20 seconds to put one letter up.
All right, so Chris. one of these days, honestly, one of these days I might post some of my PC stuff. But yeah, one of these days I was thinking about it. It might happen sooner than later. Gotta find time to do it. All right, well, good luck. Let's crush this optic. Here we go. Chris C's personal box 1920 Contenders optic. I don't even know where this one opens from. Oh, I guess up here. Oh boy. This is going to be exciting. We start off with a Joel Embiid. I just don't know if all these are numbered or not, but I don't think so. Joel Embiid. We've got a prism of James Harden. Season ticket prism. James Harden. Season ticket number, not numbered, sorry, it's a prism red of Bogdanovich. Wow, Bogdanovich. Beautiful cards, though. We've got number 299. Autograph rookie ticket of Jalen Noel. Jalen Noel. Beautiful cards. We've got a Spud Webb Historic Slams. Spud Webb. And we've got, I'm hoping this is decent for you, a Prism crack, I'm guessing this is a cracked ice, front row seat, Luka Doncic. There she goes. I'm hoping that's a decent one than Luka. Is the Doncic the best card out of that? Would I be correct to assume that? No? Okay. What was the best one then? That's a previous. Yeah, that is true. That is going to be a beast. That is going to be a beast for you. I hope. Please keep me updated if you get anything crazy on that. I would love it if you got the Doncic. That would be absolutely amazing. That is going to be crazy. Those are definitely not even easy to find anymore. So we don't get much basketball up here, but we're hoping to do more EPL. Yeah, we're hoping. Well, I appreciate you letting me have some fun and share that with you. I was hoping it was going to be good. So if you're happy, I'm happy. I appreciate that. They're honestly like, they do make beautiful cards. Contenders Optic is a very, very, very pretty set. Yeah, the EPL soccer, we're trying to see if we can get more of it. We are trying our best. In Canada, it's not super easy getting that stuff. And obviously anything with Panini, it's not super easy getting that stuff. And the problem is, even buying from the US right now, with like shipping and duties and taxes, I'm paying almost about $1,000-ish a box. Like landed. Jack Eichel, Heather. The resale is great, yeah. So the other thing is, I know a lot of people sometimes ask on like the breaks. So that one you also have to factor in because almost every single spot, most spots are getting, sorry, not most, all spots, but most spots are getting tracked shipping because obviously everyone wants their base, which obviously makes sense. So I will be trying to post it, but Panini always does. I'm trying to remember what they call it. They do a new pricing structure with Panini. Where it's basically like they email distributors and then here's your new pricing to buy. Yeah. Brooks, yeah, above the add to cart button, there's going to be a checkout where it says open live option. That's where you do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, Stature is probably the easiest one to get going. I know Saturdays are a bit slow, especially Saturdays before a gigantic release, and especially Saturdays before a gigantic release and Group Break 14,000 coming up next week. It is a whole lot of everything next week. So I do understand if it's a bit slow. Are you looking to get some spots, Jonas, in the EPL? Because I have one box currently left. And I can definitely post one up there. What do you think, sir? If you tell me you would like a spot or two, I will find, I will post one up. Instant reaction times, I know. Or if other people say they'll grab a spot, I'll post one up. So it's $75, but it's everyone gets all the base cards as well, which I know does so well. I said, it doesn't hurt to get it up. There's only 20 spots, yeah. Yeah, I think, again, for, like, long-term value, in my opinion, legitimately, like, soccer stuff is one of the craziest, best values. Like, 100%. Even just sitting on those base for a year or two, it's honestly insane what the stuff goes for. The funny thing is, nowadays, everyone's so, like, worried about, like, you know, I need the sale right now. They don't think about long term on these kind of things. It's like, what was it, Prism World Cup or something? When those boxes used to be like $200 or something. And then all of a sudden, like, now they're like $5,000 for a box. It's just like, and then base cards that people were just giving away, you know, for like $1 or $2 are now worth like a couple $100. It's pretty damn amazing, honestly. Wow, that's awesome. Happy to hear that. What card was it, out of curiosity? What card was it that you got? I don't know much about Premier League. I said I watch the occasional Manchester United game, but that literally is the extent of my knowledge. And there you go, sir. It just launched. Obviously, if you guys fill it today, we'll do it today. If not, it'll be a tomorrow project, which is more than fine. Oh, nice. Jeez. $2,000 plus. My gosh. It's crazy what, like, numbered stuff goes for in soccer. That blows my mind. It's one thing that I like in hockey. It's funny is you don't see that in hockey. You see it in basketball. You see it in like soccer. You just don't see it in hockey. Not yet, at least. We're getting there, I think. Well, the other thing is, again, the other thing you see is in base cards. When you have Ronaldo cards and you have, like, Greenwood second year Prism cards, whatever they're called, and they're going for, like, 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks. Like, that's, to me, it blows my mind. Like, you imagine if a base card from Platinum second year McDavid was going for 30, 40 bucks. Like, that'd be insane. Be beautiful, wouldn't it? So I have posted it, by the way. So anyone who wants to grab it again, these are not going to be the easiest things. Hockey's getting there. I agree with that. Hockey is getting there. So I do think if you guys want to rock it out, again, even if you don't know about soccer, I promise you guys, some of the values you guys would be blown away with what the stuff goes for. His stuff's starting to get there, in all honesty. You are right, Brandon. His stuff is starting to get there. But I'm saying it's still nowhere near like basketball or soccer. Soccer stuff is just a different level of base cards and stuff like that. So I love this kind of stuff. I think it's fun, long-term value. It's great. So I'm just happy to see it's getting some love. Someone's buying a lot of soccer. Yep. The only negativity I will say for us on soccer is a lot of people who buy it are from international, so the shipping is significantly more for us. But that is part of the game, so. And obviously when you have like decent sized packages on going to like Sweden or England or that is not cheap. Deciding stature soccer. Well, stature I love opening too. So either way, that's also super close. I don't think there's any wrong one for those. What's up, Golden? How we doing? Yep. Hey, I said I'm always happy to try to help get whatever we can. I think sometimes certain breaks, just unfortunately the way they're built and costs and shipping and all that are just different. Alright, so stature is down to 4 remaining. If you guys want to get that one rocking out. Four to go. It was a checkout that's not, payment did not go through. So what happens essentially, there's two ways on our system that can happen. Number one, somebody does a checkout and it says e-transfer, and then if the e-transfer doesn't come in an amount of time, it basically, we cancel it manually. There's a pending payment one where somebody might, in the process of checking out the spot to the PayPal connection, either refresh, cancel, leave the page, whatever you want to call it. And then it sits at pending, and then we have to cancel it. So that's why sometimes in certain breaks, there's spots I'd have to go back in. That's why generally before a break starts, I always say I got to see if there's any pendings, because sometimes there are pendings that go there. Probably 16, 17, right? You done 16, 17? But Brandon, I feel like that's a calling for you that spot 9 might be the winner spot then. I feel like that could be the calling. So I'll make you guys a fun deal tonight if you guys want to make it nice and easy. I'll make it nice and easy for you guys. Like super nice and easy. If we fill artifacts, SPX, stature, clear cut, because I want to clear out all the ones that that are low, like below Series 2. If we fill those 4, I will give somebody in one of those breaks a Series 2 box. So that is my deal. Now this deal will go to about 3:30, presuming it's still people are taking spots, chatting, whatever you want to call it. So I know it seems like it might be hard, but keep in mind artifacts, a lot of cheap spots. SPX, a lot of cheap spots. Stature's pretty much filled. So again, it's just a fun little Saturday offer to get the ball rolling. So starting off, ideally, with stature would be good. Again, artifacts, there are a ton of spots that legitimately are 10, 15, 20, 25 bucks. Yep, you just email us on that if you want to purchase insurance after anyone. We always recommend anyone after a break purchase insurance. If they get a good card, obviously, because, again, when we ship it out, we're shipping it out. If you don't ask for insurance, we can only claim up to a certain amount of money, I believe, on the packages. So we do recommend that if you have a big card, please message us. Obviously, you can claim however much insurance you would like. Within reason, obviously, I think it has to be proper. Yeah, we have a lot of, I said, and it's not, I'm not trying to, again, ever say anything in a rude way, but we have a lot of people, for whatever reason, they expect us, for example, that we have to insure everything for the certain price. It costs a bloody fortune. I hope so. Edmonton, honestly, I feel like is doing the monster. Edmonton is doing the monster. They are due for a big boy. So there is only one pending spot right now in stature. Let's see what number it is, in case anyone's a lucky number. Yeah, so stature right now. Is Tom in the room? I see you tried to check out spot 12. Oh, McDavid, nice. Sorry, which McDavid did we do? What was the McDavid draw? Just so I remember which one. You're not getting the last spot. You know, the only, I will say, sometimes from our end, it's funny how people only mention that, like, if we're, like, our prices are slightly higher than maybe others or whatever, but they never comment when we are massively lower. If you guys have paid attention, the stature break is literally priced at $245 a box, all in. For anyone who knows, stature right now is a $330 box, plus tax. This break is supposed to be a $73 break that we have basically on a special, because I still have some left for the breaks at that price. But I just find it funny that sometimes people forget that we actually do try to have some very, very, very good pricing for you guys sometimes. And sadly, stature at that price will not be happening for too long. It's the nature of the beast. Well, not two open spots. There was one spot, and I just called the one person, and they were in here, so I killed that spot. So those are the only two left, absolutely 100% for sure, unless those two people who check out have an issue. So again, if anyone wants to finish that off officially, well, I'm going to go grab them anyways, because we might as well get, it's going to go. So, whoever wants to finish it off, let me know. So we can crush it and go from there. So again, two left. Whoever wants to finish it off, we can rock it out. And then we can start crush out one of those breaks. SPX is down to 10. Artifacts. I don't know why people don't like artifacts, for example, or not. Howard's like, that break has a boatload of good value spots and great potential. Legitimately phenomenal potential in that. Well, again, we got one of them done. I feel like if we can get SPX moving or artifacts moving, we should be in a very good position. You did your part. Woohoo! Hopefully, we can crush it then. Alright, so I think we're good to go. Let me double check. Alright, well. So that one's done again. Artifacts, in my opinion, is going to be the next easiest one to fill. And if we can get artifacts going, that's 2 of the 4. That's all. All I'm literally asking is 4 breaks. Nice, clean, fun Saturday. Get you another auto? I hope so. I feel like your internet's really slow today. Just struggling. Alright, so I got that. I got the teams. Alright, best of luck. What's up, Jake? How you doing, sir? That's good there. Here we go. 13,979. The statue double up. 1, 2, 3. Copy, paste. 1, 2, 3. Copy, paste. Teams got Montreal. Jumps got Columbus. Rec Winnipeg. Jumps got Detroit. Milosh has San Jose. B-Banks has New Jersey. Jump Islanders. Hockey Fan Washington. B-Banks Toronto. Ashley, Minnesota. Milosh has Arizona. B-Banks, Philly, Nashville. Nicholas has Florida. Rec, St. Louis. B-Banks has LA. Nicholas, Tampa. Rec, Anaheim. Keith, Vancouver. B-Banks, Carolina. Rec, Pittsburgh. Jumps got Colorado. Rec, Boston. Ashley, Buffalo. B-Banks, Ottawa Rangers. Team Carroll, Calgary. Keith, Ed Money. Hockey Fan, Chicago. Rec, Dallas. Wow. Wow, Dan. You just make your own rules. All right, 1 minute left. Jake, we always go Saturdays early, or like afternoons. Always, always, always. All right. Is there a trade for sure? Is that a confirmed trade? Flames for Stars? All right. So team's got Dallas and Rec has Calgary now. There we go. All right, well, good luck, everyone. We're going to do the random or the break now. Here we go. Here we go, 13,979. We've got the 3-box stature. We've got a Jerome McGinley, Calgary Flames base. For the Golden Knights, Mark Stone. Mark Stone, Vegas Golden Knights. For the Flyers, $3.99, Carson Twarynski. Carson Twarynski. For the Avalanche, 149 green, Mikko Rantanen. 149, Mikko Rantanen. For the Bruins, the 35 blue rookie, Zach Senyshyn. Zach Senyshyn. We've got for the Red Wings, base rookie. Some tape there. Number to 199, Ryan Kuffner. Ryan Kuffner. That's a pretty cool one. Number 12 of 18, Rookie Reliance Patch Auto, Clem Costin. "12 of 18 for the Blues, Clem Costin. David, yep, there will be one. And Esteemed of Larkin for the Red Wings. So, I think I'm going to be doing a Saturday break next week for a spot into the Monster. I believe. I got to see what I can build, in all honesty, because the Monster, David, as you are probably going to be well aware, is going to be a monster. A very, very large one. So sometimes I can't, if you know, depending on what we're doing, giveaways and stuff. Marc-Andre Fleury, Vegas Golden Knights. And I haven't even figured out exactly how much the spot's going to be either. Nashville, Roman Josi, but it's going to be a beast. Roman Josi, Nashville. For the Red Wings, Phillips Zadina. $3.99, Phillips Zadina. For the Maple Leafs to 149. I think it's jersey numbered. Yeah, it is. Jersey numbered 65 of 149. Ilya Mikheyev. Ilya Mikheyev. We've got an 85 Gusev. Portraits, rookies. Golden Knights, number to 75, red, Marc-Andre Fleury. Marc-Andre Fleury. Rookie auto, 199 for the Blue Jackets of Alexander Texier. What will be the highlight? And we got a Timashov for the Maple Leafs Reliance. In all honesty, David, my guess, and again, this is just because I'm building it, it's probably going to be 13,000 with a little extra perks in there. I just haven't built it, but I normally, when I see something is successful, which 13,000 sold out insanely quickly, I try to replicate very similar stuff to that. So, whatever 13,000 was, if you want to look it up, it'll probably be somewhat similar. Larry Robinson for the Habs. But sometimes things change because previously, like a 15-16 cup tin might have, my cost might have been $4 grand. Now it might be $6 grand. So I gotta change things up sometimes. Drew Doughty, LA Kings base. Drew Doughty. For the Maple Leafs to 399, Rasmus Sandin. Number to 99, Reliance Green, Eric Brandstrom. Rookie Reliance Green of Brandstrom. For the Maple Leafs to 75, red base of John Tavares. 14 years. I don't even know at this point if we... No, I don't think we have even 14 years of cup. Did we do 13 for 13,000 though? Do we even have 13 at that time? We've got a Reliance auto rookie for the Rangers, Adam Fox. Reliance of Adam Fox. We've got a Portraits rookie, number to 20 of Rem Pitlick, Nashville Predators. Rem Pitlick. And we've got a Reliance of Elvis Merzlikins for the Blue Jackets. Not a bad one. Beautiful patch auto. Nice Adam Fox rookie auto. Well, you did what you wanted. Well, I'm glad you did what you wanted. All right, well, that one is a dunner. we'll go through some orders, folks. Cancel what I have to cancel. Give me 1 second. A couple spots that are pendings. So again, if you guys want to get the artifacts going, in my opinion, I do think that one can move very quickly. And it looks like I had to cancel a couple spots, but it looks like the Saturday mix is down to 12, I think, or 11. Alright, so again, if you guys want to get the ball moving on either Artifacts, SPX, any of the breaks, here's all the links. So if not, then we might be a one and done today, who knows? So it is up to you fine folks. I'm more than happy to keep pumping away at breaks. But if you guys are done for spots, you guys tell me. I don't know on the artifacts why people are so, I wouldn't say reluctant, but like considering the value of some of these spots, like it's crazy. But you have to remember, Jake, it is before Series 2 and it is before Big Monster. That definitely hinders quite a few things. So if anybody wants anything, let me know. It always happens, honestly, Jake. So any big releases, you got to think how much in general, right? Like, and again, I'm just going to say random numbers. Again, I'm not saying this is accurate. But let's say as a hobby whole, right? 1,000 cases for all breakers, stores, personal people, anyone. 1,000 cases of Series 2 gets opened. And let's just say a conservative number at $160 a box, right? That's $160,000 getting spent in essentially the first day. Oh, sorry. Wow, my math is way off on that. Times 12. There we go. $1.9 million. There we go. That sounds a little more accurate. Like literally $2 million on one day in one product could be roughly what's spent by collectors. And you got to think, there's not 2 million different collectors. There's probably 10,000 collectors. So when you do the math overall and how it breaks down, it's It's a lot of money getting tied up in one day on one product. Hence why I always say, like, Expos are one of my favorite times of the year, but the week before Expo and the week after Expo are absolute death. Like, absolute death.
Yeah, they're getting harder and harder to get. Almost 60 cents a unit. It's getting harder to get. But yeah, we'll be hoping it more.
So Artifacts is down to 14 left, by the way. 14 to go. So again, if we keep chipping away spots, that is good. How do I feel about it being released this week online, Rich? I think you know my opinions on that kind of stuff. The sad reality, just like anything else, is as more money gets put on the table, companies are going to start realizing that and doing, and I don't want to say anything, it's not shady, obviously, but doing more things to help themselves rather than help the industry. And Panini, to me, was the first one who took the dive and just absolutely murdered it, right? And just basically said to collectors, like, who cares? Like, you know, we're just going to sell out what we want to sell, and then there you go. You're going to eat it. Like, for example, I saw, I know people always think that we get these crazy good deals, but if we want, for example, Basketball Prism first off the line, if anyone's noticed it, they're launching it next week. It's on Dutch auction. It's starting at $4,500 US. The lowest they're allowing it to go is $2,000 US. So you got to think, if I wanted to get a first off the line box, I'm probably going to pay $2,500 to $3,000. Yeah, that's the other thing, Rich. Again, we've talked about this previously, and I love having these conversations. I love it and hate it, to be honest. But it is one of those things, I'm not surprised in the least, right? You barely ever saw them on the, you know, on the first release. And it just, I don't know. To me, that is why it honestly bugs me. And I don't want to even pretend that it has anything to do with the e-pack per se. It bugs me if there's two different platforms for something and collectors don't know the availability of what they can get. Oh, Golden, I give Panini an absolute ton of credit on a million different things. Hell, for them to basically make a successful product line and go, you know what? We're going to create a Fanatics version. We're going to create a front off the line version. We're going to create a Target version. That's brilliant. They are basically rehashing the same product a million times over, but slightly changing something, and people are loving it, and that's great. But going back on, like, the multi, channels per se, what I don't like, for me personally, is that if you have, for example, Series 1, realistically, it is theoretically possible that no high-gloss Lafrenières are in the hobby boxes that stores get. That's what bothers me. It is theoretically possible that literally not one Lafreniere high gloss could be in there. Now, on the same argument, all 10 could be in there, which I don't ever think would happen. Yeah, I don't. The thing is, it bugs me. So I'll tell you something, Arvelian, and I don't think this will get me in trouble, because this is honestly, I think it's more so an opinion. I've blatantly kind of asked them, how does it go? And they say it's all random. The only thing is, how can it possibly be random? I don't know how physically it's even possible. You could say it's random when everything's looped in a certain fashion. So that's one thing where it does kind of make me like. Again, my personal opinion, I don't think there's randomness. I think it's a very calculated. And I will tell you, 100%, if you look at Platinum this year, 1920, sorry, I would love to know the ratio of Makar, Hughes, Suzuki, the Group A autos that somehow, I bet you we as a store online, like for Group Breaks over the course of the year, I bet you we've opened probably 2, 3, 4, 500 Platinum boxes. And I bet you we've had less than like 2 or 3 or 4 of the Makar Hughes combo. And then you go online and it's like, in the first day, there's like 14 Makars that get opened and 17 Quinn Hughes. And you're like, how is that possible? Like, by sheer odds. And the one other thing that I started doing myself personally is I would literally go on eBay. And I vividly remember that 2 weeks after Platinum got opened, there was 2 regular Makars. Literally only 2 regular auto Makars on eBay. On all of eBay 2 weeks after a Platinum release. And then, literally, the second day after EPAC, there was 11 Makars on ComC. Now again, maybe it's luck of the draw, but I feel like that is just not something that honestly makes sense. And again, at the end of the day, you have to remember everything has logic to it. They absolutely want it to be successful for them. So I don't think it's unreasonable. Well, I wouldn't say unreasonable. I wouldn't think it's shocking in the least if that's what they do, because they want it to be. They want people to go there, sadly. They do. And the problem is, if all the good stuff was in the boxes you buy in the stores, you're not going to buy it online then.
Top series one? The top series one? No, not yet. No. Yeah, so, yeah, we don't have any lots of them at all. No. Sounds good. I would say separate.
Exactly, Golden. And that's the thing is, like, every store you have to be careful what you say, because you can't be mean, because obviously you have your certified diamond dealership on the line. And that's the problem is a lot of dealers are honestly a bit scared to even talk or say anything about it because they don't want to have any issues. So it's always a fine line. Like, I'm absolutely fine with it, but almost everything that I've ever brought up, for the most part, kind of just got shut down very quickly, and I was told it is what it is type thing. Like, even a small thing, well, maybe not a small thing in my opinion, but I'm saying even a simplistic thing that I sat there and said, why is it that you can sell product to Canadian customers but I can't then? Right? I gotta wait a year to sell to Americans on like 1920 Platinum, but my Canadian customers can buy from you who's an American, no problem. Right? Like, it's things like that that honestly, I feel like those things need to be cleaned up a bit. There's a million and one things Upper Deck does good. There's a few things that they don't. And that's, I feel like you create a bit of a distance between your dealers at that point. But I have absolutely had my fair share of conversations with them on it and said, some they're open on, some they're not. But at the end of the day, it is their business. As much as I could gripe and complain and whine or help or whatever you want to call it, at the end of the day, if they decide to just go completely on that platform, that's their choice. They honestly do not owe me or any other dealer anything. And that's the sad reality and truth of it. And that's why I don't understand, like, it's like when people get upset, for example, with distributors. You know, if they hold back product. At the end of the day, these guys have built their own company up. They don't owe dealers anything. If they decide to buy 500 cases of something and only give dealers 5 of those 500 cases, it's their business. They can do what they want. I might not like it. It's still their decision to do whatever the hell they want to do. Like, it's not like... I feel like there's too many people in this world, and I understand it sucks sometimes, but there's too many people in this world that are entitled and think that they're owed something. I would love to get more product of every single hockey release this year. But again, as much as me and Angelo have an absolutely phenomenal relationship, and I feel like he always goes above and beyond for me, he doesn't owe me anything. He does not have to give me any product if he doesn't want to. The only thing is, Cal, I know people say they miss Panini, but in all honesty, if Panini did what they did in hockey, I think people would be very upset with that. If Panini literally, and let's go by Prism for sake of conversation. Panini Prism was like a $120 box for hockey. If Panini flat out basically said, hey, we're going to cut all dealers, you can buy it on our Dutch auction, but you're going to be paying 4 times more money. That's your only option. Sorry, guys. In all honesty, Panini, in my opinion, long term is going to shoot themselves in the foot with dealers because you're basically almost cutting dealers out of getting your product and just saying, if you want it, buy it. But the thing is, a customer can buy it at the same price as you, so deal with it. And we're going to make all that money. And the example I used earlier was Prism Basketball front off the lines coming up, I think, next week. It's starting on Dutch auction at $4,500 US. Now, I'm not going to pretend I'm a massive basketball person, and I know it, but I could have sworn Prism Basketball front off the line literally 4 years ago was probably a $200 box, $250 maybe. So 4,500 of words is starting it, and the lowest bottom it can get at is 2,000. The lowest. So you got to think, if I want any of that for my customers, and let's just say it bottoms out at 2,500, I have to pay 2,500 US, my cost, plus taxes, plus duties, all that fun stuff, just to bring it in for you. Whereas 4 years ago I was paying $200. So I love Panini for their innovation. I hate what they're doing for how they're selling right now. I think it's a very unfair system. And that's what people have to realize is, like, how mad would everybody be? And this is what I want you to think about, Cal. As much as I agree with you, I like Panini, I like a lot of the things they do, I think their products are phenomenal. But how pissed off do you think the industry would be if Upper Deck literally said, you know what? We're going to do a Dutch auction for SBA. We're going to cut all of our dealers to get very minimal product, like very minimal product. And we're going to put a Dutch auction starting at $700 a box. And the lowest it'll go is $350 US. I feel like that would not go over very well, and I feel like people would just absolutely lose their junk on that. Pro sets back for football through Leaf, and to be honest, I don't have much to say about Leaf. Let me put it that way. So, Leaf is a whole different ballpark animal of me getting into a conversation of. But that's what people have to realize, is that you can capitalize on certain things. And that's, I always think that's fair. Like, I know we've talked about this yesterday with dealers that they're charging more in boxes. I agree. That is a thing that's happening, but what people have to realize, and I know it's not easy for a consumer to see it as clearly sometimes, but what I want you guys to realize is back in the day, these dealers used to get 3-4 cases of this product. Now they're only getting half a case to a case. So when you only have 2 products on average getting released a month, and now you're going from, instead of having 40 boxes where you can make 10, 15 bucks a box on, now you only get 5 to 15 boxes. You need to make it worth it to keep your lights on. And I know, again, I know the general public does not really love that. And again, none of us love that. But the problem is that's also what has to be done. In order for it to, like, stores to actually survive, you have to kind of, you know, understand that, you know, if a store was getting 5 cases 2 years ago, he's not getting 5 cases this year. I can tell you that. He's probably getting 1 case. And then his rebuy is significantly higher, and he's got to learn to deal with that. And that's kind of the new trend that we're all learning in the industry right now. So, it's interesting and unique and annoying and fun, all wrapped up into one bundle. So, what's up, James? How you doing, sir? I will be getting off pretty soon, James, but I appreciate you coming in. See how it is? Yeah, it's only because of you, James. Literally only because of you. Saw the name and I was like, oh, I gotta call it quits today. Oh, don't worry. I still got about 5-10 minutes, so I'm still gonna at least stay on for 5-10 minutes for you guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, the way the hobby is, as I said, there's gonna be a lot of new things we're gonna learn, and in my opinion, I wasn't really, I was around, but I wasn't old enough to even understand it. This is probably the closest we've ever had to like the 90s type thing where it's going crazy. So, in my opinion, like, this is kind of where we're at right now. But there is no... Right now, everyone's dealing with new stuff. Like, if you asked me if I honestly thought Cup would be $1,400, I would have said absolutely not a chance. And again, for those that maybe got into the hobby later, we literally had 16, 17, arguably one of the best classes in God knows how long other than McDavid, on our shelf for less than that, probably about a year and a half ago. So if you told me that a 2 defenseman rookie year literally is going to be $1,400 near release, I would have been like, there's not a chance. But that is the new trend of the hobby, and everyone's trying to catch up to it and figure it out, and how do you make it work. And like, I said this a while ago to you guys, any new stores I feel sorry for right now. New stores are going to get absolutely like murdered in this new environment. Because they simply cannot get enough product. So guys, I will give you to about 340. If there's no breaks filled by 340, we'll call that a Saturday afternoon. And obviously tomorrow we have a ton of good breaks up. So that'll be fun for you guys. There's a million things that's in this hobby that are fun. And I always like to joke on some of them. So the one I always like to joke on, for example, is as much as we get ragged on for M&T, I still haven't heard that DA owns CGC yet. Why? How come they're not allowed to own CGC? Like, you literally have a very big American company choosing not to go with Beckett or PSA. Which I do find funny. You did one spot, yeah. Well, as I said, we got about till 40 after. If you guys want to get superlative, that's probably the most likely of the bunch to get going. So, again, 5 more minutes. Again, if you guys want to get superlative, I'm happy to do it. That's a very quick one to do. The rest look like they'll be tomorrow projects, which is great, which makes for a very fun Sunday. But you have 5 minutes to get something filled. So if you want to take your spots, take them now. Golden, have a great rest of the weekend, sir. Hopefully I see you tomorrow, but if not, have a beautiful Saturday, my friend. Get some relaxation in. You just bought a spot? Beautiful. Well, 4 left, 4 minutes. I feel like we can do this, folks. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. I said, whether it goes today or tomorrow, either way, it's going to be a great break, so. But if everyone is done for today, that is no problemos. We have a very, very, very busy week next week. Actually, you know what? I will ask you guys one quick question before I officially kind of sign off. Would you guys rather, and I'm not saying whether you guys are going to join it, I want your first honest answer. So it does not matter whether you're going to join it, just which one seems more attractive to you, okay? Would you rather a $69 chancer, every single person's going to get a card, so not a pack or not a small card, like a jersey auto, like a decent $10, $15, $20, $25 card, and the top 10 are decent, with 1 or 2 like multi-$1,000 cards? Or would you rather $89, but the top 10 are significantly more beefed up, but the rest of the 90 are the exact same as they would be for the 69. So if it's, let's just say for sake of conversation, it's $15 cards for the 90 at $69, and then you have several big cards versus 89, where I could obviously bump up an extra $2,000 of singles, and I pump up the top 10 a lot more. What do you think is a better alternative to go for that, or a better option? $89, interesting, okay. So, are the two so far that said 89, is it because you would rather have a bigger opportunity to win something big? So you want that bigger opportunity? Is that the reason why you said 89? Chance for the bigger card. That's fair. I was honestly, Brooks, I was leaning towards that. So, since we don't have a lot of people on, I will give you guys a cool spoiler. I am planning to do a Mega Chancer at the end of this month. So that's why I was kind of asking you guys honest opinions. And we got some pretty damn big cards. It's just, how much do you do a Chancer like that, and what's the bottom guy is going to get type thing? So, that's a fair way to put it. You like the odds of having it better. Okay. If somebody wants to join some superlative, I said we have a gentleman who literally will take some spots, or at least take a spot. So let's see if we can make one final push. You would, but you already have 4 spots. Hey, you've done your share. You have helped out greatly. I appreciate that. Well, you guys have literally a couple more minutes. If you guys don't step up now, this is a tomorrow project, folks. Hockey day. I will try very hard to get all those breaks wiped out for tomorrow for you guys. Do not worry, the older ones. I will do my best to wipe them all out. But, ladies and gentlemen, I'm guessing that'll be it. Unfortunately, we have stalled. But the good news is tomorrow will be just an absolutely beast of a day, I'm guessing. So, have yourselves a beautiful rest of this Saturday, and I will see you guys tomorrow, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, guys. Have a good one, everyone.